Dear students, now let us define the concept of electric field. So how can I define electric field here? So the space around the charge, where its effect can be felt, is called as electric field. Clear? So what is the meaning of this one? So around this charge, if I place another charge, if I place a test charge, then is this a test charge, is it experiencing force or not? If it is experiencing force, then we say that this test charge is definitely present inside the electric field of the main charge. If it is not experiencing any force, it is not experiencing force of attraction or force of repulsion, then I say it is not present in the electric field of the main charge. Clear, ma? For example, let us consider this is the main charge, or you can call it as mother charge Q. Clear? And this is a positive charge. So here if I place a test charge Q0 at a distance of R1. So this distance is R1. Are you able to understand, ma? And if it is experiencing force, then definitely I can say this test charge is present in the electric field of this what you called main charge. Clear, ma? Now just beyond this one, same test charge if I place here. So if I place this one at a distance of, let this distance be R2. Clear? And again same test charge we are placing here. Then I see that this test charge is not experiencing any force of repulsion. Clear, ma? So then we should study about properties of a test charge also. Note point here we will write. So test charge is very small. Test charge is very small. Test charge is always very small, such that it doesn't affect the electric field or electric field lines of the main charge. Clear, ma? Test charge should be so small that it should not be able to affect the electric lines distribution of the main charge. So that amount of small charge we can call it as test charge. So this is one property of a test charge. Clear, ma? So second property of a test charge is it is always positive. It is always positive. Test charge always we consider to be positive only. Clear, ma? Okay. Now when I am placing this one at a distance of R1, it is experiencing some force. Now same test charge if I am placing at a distance of R2, now it is not experiencing any force. It means that this Q0 initially at a distance of R1, it is present in the electric field of the main charge, whereas this same test charge Q0 at a distance of R2, it is not present in the electric field of the main charge. Clear, ma? So that is what is the basic definition of electric field. So the region, the space, the volume around the what you call this main charge, where this effect of this charge can be felt by other charges, this is called as electric field. Clear, ma? Okay. Now we define another term which is called as electric field intensity. Electric field intensity, which is called as E. Clear, ma? Or in shortcut form you can call it as just electric field also. Just you can call it as electric field also, which is also called as E. Clear, ma? Now what is the definition of electric field intensity? Electric field intensity is defined like this. It is the force experienced per unit test charge which is placed at a particular point in the electric field. So that is called as electric field in that particular point. Are you able to understand, ma? Force experienced per unit test charge at a particular point is called as electric field at that position. Okay. Now let us try to understand the same definition by taking again the same example here. So let us consider a main charge Q is present here. So this is the main charge. Clear, ma? So this is the main charge Q. Okay. Now let us consider here at a distance of R1. Clear? Initially I am placing a test charge Q0. And already we have discussed that the test charge is very small and it is always positive also. Clear, ma? When I am placing this one at a distance of R1, then I observe that this test charge is experiencing a force of F1. Clear? Now same test charge, now I am placing here. Same test charge plus Q0, I am placing at a distance of, now it is placed at a distance of R2. And now the force experienced, the force of repulsion experienced is F2. Clear, ma? Now can you say what is the relation between F1 and F2? So what is the relation between F1 and F2? Can you say, anybody? What is the relation between F1 and F2? Clear? First of all, what is the relation between R1 and R2? Definitely I can say R1 is less than R2. Clear, ma? So R1 is less than R2. Definitely R2 is greater than R1, no? Then what is the relation between F1 and F2? Clear? So in Coulomb's law already we have studied, no? In Coulomb's law we have studied that force of attraction or repulsion between two charges is equals to 1 by 4 pi E naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. This is the force of attraction and repulsion between two charges. Clear? So here Q and Q naught, they are constants. So Q1 and Q2, they are constants. And 1 by 4 pi E naught is also a constant. So F is proportional to 1 by R square. This is the relation which I got. Clear, ma? It means if R value increases, distance of the test charge from the main charge, if it is increases, then definitely I can say that force of attraction or force of repulsion. Here what kind of force we have? Here force of repulsion is present. So definitely I can say that this force of repulsion is lesser. Okay, ma? So if R1 is greater than R2, then I can say definitely F1 will be greater than F2. Why F1 is greater than F2? Because F1 is at a lesser distance, no? So therefore it will experience more force of repulsion. Or if I want to precisely represent with the help of vectors, so let us represent this one by a greater vector and let us represent this one by a smaller vector. Clear, ma? So magnitude of F1 dash will be greater than magnitude of F2 dash. So I can write like this. Clear, ma? Okay. So definitely I can write like this. Clear? So if this is the relation between force, then what is the relation between electric field? So let us consider at this position if electric field is E1 and at this position if electric field is E2. Now what is the relation between E1 and E2? Clear? What is the relation between E1 and E2? And for this one, again we have to go to the basic definition of electric field. No? So what is meant by electric field? Force experienced per unit test charge. So if a force is greater, it means electric field is also greater. So where force is greater at position number 1, F1 is greater than F2. So definitely I can say that E1 is greater than E2. So this is what is called as electric field intensity, or just you can call it as electric field. Are you able to understand, ma? So force experienced per unit test charge is called as electric field. So if a test charge is experiencing more force, then we can say that at that position electric field is greater. And if at a particular position, if charge is experiencing less force, then definitely I can say that at that position the magnitude of electric field is lesser. Clear, ma? So that is what is called as electric field. Okay. First of all, make a note of this one. So if this is the main charge Q, then here if electric field is E1 and here if electric field is E2, definitely I can say that E1 is greater than E2. Because here if I place a test charge, here the test charge will experience greater force when compared to the force experienced by the same test charge if it is placed at a position of E2. Clear, ma? Come on, make a note of this one first of all. Okay. So then we will study about the direction of electric field. So electric field is present in which direction? Okay, ma? So next concept which we study is direction of electric field. Okay. So let us see here. So direction of electric field. Okay, ma? So what is the basic definition of electric field? E is equals to force experienced per unit test charge is called as electric field. Clear, ma? And test charge is, what is the property of test charge? Already we have discussed, no? Test charge is a very small charge and it is a positive charge. Clear, ma? So therefore same relation I can write like this also. Same relation I can write. So vector E dash or vector E is equals to F dash divided by Q dash. What is the meaning of this one? Q naught is a scalar quantity. Clear? Force is a vector quantity and electric field is also a vector quantity. Clear? So therefore, what is the note point here we have to write? Note point is that electric field is in the same direction of is in the same direction of force experienced by positive test charge. Clear ma? So whatever is the direction of force experienced by positive test charge, that will be the direction of electric field. Are you able to understand? So now let us see. For example, if this is the main charge plus Q, clear ma? And here I am placing a positive test charge Q naught. Then both are positive charges, no? So therefore this test charge will experience force of repulsion in this direction. This is the direction of force. Then what is the direction of electric field? Electric field is also present in the same direction. Are you able to understand? Clear ma? Similarly, if I place a negative charge, main charge, negative charge here, and same test charge plus Q naught if I place here, then this test charge will experience force in which direction? This test charge will experience a force in opposite direction. That is, it will experience a force of repulsion. Now this is the direction of force experienced by the test charge. If this is the direction of force experienced by the test charge, same direction will be the direction of electric field also. Clear ma? So electric field also will be in the same direction. Clear? So the direction of electric field is in the direction of force experienced per unit test charge. And which test charge? Positive test charge. Okay? Come on, make a note up to here. Okay ma? Now let us see some more analysis about this electric field. Clear? Okay. So now let us consider, so clear ma? So now let us see some more analysis about this one. See ma? So this is the main charge, and around this one I am drawing a volume of same radius. Clear ma? So let this distance be r and let this distance also be r. Clear? So here I am placing a test charge Q naught, and here I am placing a test charge 2Q naught, for example. So we are trying to understand the actual definition of electric field by using this example. Clear ma? So from the same distance from the main charge, I am placing a small test charge Q naught, and again at the same distance of r only, I am placing a small test charge 2Q naught. Clear ma? Now the question is, what about force experienced in this condition? Initial condition, let force experienced be F1, and in this second position, let force experienced be F2. Now can you say what is the relation between F1 and F2? What is the relation? Clear ma? How can I say? Clear? So force depends on which factors? F is equals to K Q square divided by, or we can write K Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Don't be confused here by K. K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi E naught. So therefore I can write 1 by 4 pi E naught Q. Here what are the two charges which are present? Main charge and test charge divided by R square. So this is the equation of force. Clear ma? So therefore here the force experienced is this much. This is a force F1. Now what about force experienced in the second condition? F2 can be written as 1 by 4 pi E naught into, so main charge remains to be same only, but test charge is how much? 2Q naught. Clear ma? So divided by R square. So from this relation definitely I can say that F2 is equals to 2F1. This is the relation which I can say. No? So that is force experienced by 2Q naught charge is double to that of force experienced by Q naught charge. Okay. So F2 is 2 times that of F1. Clear? Now similarly, if here electric field is E1, then here what is electric field E2? That also I have to calculate. No? Okay. So let us see. Clear ma? So how can I calculate E1? E1 is equals to F1 divided by Q naught, and E2 is equals to F2 divided by 2Q naught. Clear? Because here test charge is Q naught, but here test charge is 2Q naught. Clear ma? So therefore, what is F1? F1 is equals to Q naught, or just we will write F1 only here. So F1 divided by Q naught. Clear ma? And here instead of F2, what I can write? 2F1 divided by 2Q naught. So again 2 gets cancelled. So I will get F1 by Q naught only. Clear? Now what is the relation between E1 and E2? So therefore definitely I can say that E1 is equal to E2. Clear? So this is a very interesting result which we got. Clear, ma? So what we understand here, we understand that electric field intensity is not depending upon the test charge. So this is the very important point which we have to understand. To understand all this only, we have done this calculation. Are you able to understand, ma? So therefore, what is the note point here we have to write? Note point here we have to write is electric field is independent of test charge. Clear? So why it is independent of test charge? Because here if test charge is Q0, electric field is E1. Similarly, here at this position, if test charge has become doubled, then also electric field has remained constant. So electric field is independent of test charge. So this is the most important point which we have to understand. Clear, ma? Come on. Make a note up to here. Okay. So then we will see electric field due to point charges. Clear, ma? So next what we are going to study, ma? We are going to study electric field due to point charge. So let us see. Okay, ma? So electric field or electric field intensity due to point charge. Okay. So what is a point charge? Point charge means this is the main charge Q. Clear, ma? And for example, at this point, I want to calculate electric field intensity. Clear? So then what is the definition of electric field? Electric field is a force experienced per unit test charge number. And what is the force of attraction? For example, let us consider here a test charge Q0 is placed here at a distance of r from the main charge. Clear, ma? Then what is the force of attraction? Here force of repulsion will be there. So F can be written as 1 by 4 pi E0 Q0 divided by R square divided by Q0. Clear, ma? So Q0 and Q0 gets cancelled. So E is equals to Q by 4 pi E0 into R square. Or just I can write it as KQ divided by R square. Where what is meant by K value? K value is nothing but 1 by 4 pi E0. Clear, ma? So therefore, what is the equation for electric field intensity at a point charge, ma? Due to a point charge. So E is equals to KQ divided by R square. Clear? So by looking at this equation also we can say no. Clear? So electric field at a particular point, it is depending on only two factors. Clear? So if K is a constant, so if medium remains constant, K value also remains constant. So E value is directly proportional to Q. Clear, ma? Similarly, E value is directly proportional to 1 by R square or inversely proportional to R square. Clear, ma? So therefore here E is independent of test charge. That is what we have proved in the last condition also. Clear? So whatever may be the test charge which you are placing, electric field doesn't depend on that test charge. It depends only on the main charge and position of the point where you are calculating the electric field. Are you able to understand, ma? So this is the equation of electric field due to point charge. Okay, come on. So therefore here one more point which we can write is electric field is not property of test charge. Clear, ma? But it is a property of clear, ma? Field, property of electric field, that is the space around which this main charge is present. Are you able to understand, ma? So electric field is independent of test charge. It depends only on the main charge as well as the distance at which we are calculating the electric field. Okay, come on, make a note up to here. Okay. So 1 by 4 pi E0 Q square by D square he is asking us to take as E0. Then here at point B I want electric field due to 3Q and minus 4Q. First of all, how can you say calculate this one? Can you say? Come on. Sima. So due to 3q, what will be the direction of electric field here? Direction of electric field will be in this direction. No? This is the direction of E1. Clear? And due to minus 4q, what will be the direction of electric field? Direction of electric field will be in this direction, which is called as E2. Why electric field is in this direction? Because of minus 4q. What can be the reason? Yes. So what is meant by electric field? What we have studied? The force experienced by unit positive charge is called as the direction of electric field. Clear ma? So if I place a positive test charge here, this positive test charge will experience force in this direction because this is a negative charge. No? So E1 is in this direction, E2 is in at an angle of 90 degrees. Clear ma? Then how can I calculate resultant of these two? First of all, E1 value is how much? E1 is equals to 1 by 4 pi E naught 3q divided by d square. That's all, no? Similarly, E2 value, how can I calculate? E2 value is equals to, so 1 by 4 pi E naught 4q divided by d square. Here no need of considering minus symbol because direction already we have taken, no? Clear, ma? And he said that 1 by 4 pi E naught q square by d square is called as E naught. So therefore this one how can I write in terms of E naught? 1 by 4 pi E naught q by d square is E naught. So E1 how can I write in terms of E naught? How can I write? I can write 3 E naught, no? 3 E naught. That's all, no? Similarly this one how can I write? 4 E naught. Clear? 4 E naught. That's all, no? Now one electric field is in this direction, another electric field is in this direction, which are making an angle of 90 degrees. Are you able to understand? So this is E1, or I can call it as 3 E naught, and this one is how much? This one is 4 E naught. Then how can I take the resultant of these two? See, my electric field always it is a vector quantity. Electric field is a vector quantity. Why electric field is a vector quantity? Because force is a vector quantity, no? What is the direction of electric field? Basically, force experienced per unit test charge. So force is a vector quantity. Electric field is also a vector quantity. So one electric field is in this direction, another electric field is in this direction. How can you calculate the resultant of these two? How can you calculate? Come on. How can you calculate the electric field of these two? Okay. So these two vectors are joined tail to tail, no? Two vectors are joined tail to tail. Then why can't you construct a parallelogram? I can construct a parallelogram, no? Parallelogram law of addition. So if this is 4 E naught, this is also 4 E naught. If this is 3 E naught, this is also 3 E naught. Then this becomes my resultant, no? This becomes my resultant. So here a right angle triangle is formed. So therefore R value, how I can write? R value is equals to square root of 4 E naught square plus 3 E naught square. So R I will write it as 5 E naught. That is my answer. Are you able to understand? Okay. Now what about this question? How can I calculate this one? Okay. Come on. First of all, make a note of this one, then we will try this. Come on. Let us see how can we calculate this one. Clear, ma? So see, second one. So here at a point P, I want to calculate the amount of electric field or the net resultant electric field. Clear, ma? So 9q means this is plus 9q only, no? So due to plus 9q, what will be the direction of electric field here? In this direction. Because electric field is always what? Force experienced per unit test charge. And test charge will be always positive. Are you able to understand? So if I place a positive test charge here, here also I have positive charge only, no? So they will repel. It means that this one will experience force in this direction. So let it be E1. What is E1? Force experienced due to plus 9q. Clear, ma? Then can you say what is the direction of force experienced due to minus 16q? Due to minus 16q. Again in the same direction. What is the reason? Again if you place a positive charge here, minus 16q will attract that positive charge. So therefore I can say, again this is the direction of E2. What is meant by E2? Electric field due to minus 16q. Okay, ma? Okay. Then what is the direction of 16q again at point P? Direction of 16q at point P due to this one. In this direction. That's all. No? So let it be E3. Clear ma? Similarly, what is the direction of electric field due to minus 9q? Again in the same direction. Clear no? So therefore, if I find out this E1 and these two, add both of them. Then I find out this E1 and this E3 and E4, then add both of them. Then you take the resultant of these two by calculating angle theta between them, then that is my electric field. So instead of doing all this, can I do this one in a much simpler method? So this is one method of solving this problem. Clear ma? So 4 electric fields are there, no? So this is first electric field, second electric field, third electric field and fourth electric field. And this theta value also I can calculate because I have the knowledge of sides, no? This is a 6D side, this is 8D side. So very easily I can calculate angle theta and I can calculate the total amount of electric field. Are you able to understand? No? But I don't want to do in this method. I feel this one is a lengthy method. Then what can I do? Very simple, Seema. So if this is the arrangement of charges, clear ma? So due to this one and due to this one, electric field is in the same direction, no? So therefore, and this distance and this distance, it is equal also, no? So if this distance is 1 meter, this distance also will be 1 meter. So instead of 9q and minus 16q, here can I write plus 25q? Can I write like this? Why? Because, so 9q and 16q, add both of them, how much it is? 25q, clear number? And due to total 25q, electric field will be in the same direction. So definitely I can write. Are you able to understand? So this is point B. Similarly, instead of 16q and minus 9q, can you say what can I write? Plus 25q. So 16 plus 9, 25q. But electric field should be in which direction? Electric field should be in this direction. If electric field should be in this direction, then total positive charge of plus 25q should be present here. Because this plus 25q should produce electric field in the same direction. So instead of getting 4 electric fields, now I have only 2 electric fields. So in this method also I can calculate, no? Are you able to understand now? Okay. Now can you say, to calculate electric field, what is the equation for electric field? E is equals to Q by 4 pi E naught into R square or D square. That is the formula for electric field, no? Or let us write R square only because we have previously represented by R square. R square means what? This distance only, no? This distance is called R square. How can I calculate this distance? So electric field due to plus 25q charge at this point is how much? That is Q by 4 pi not R square. Q value is 25q. R value is how much? R is nothing but this distance only, no? How can I calculate this distance? So see, this total is given 8d. If this total is 8d, this one is how much? 4d. Clear number? And this total length is given as 6d. Then half of this distance is how much? 3d. Clear number? So if this distance is x, x value how can I calculate? X is equals to square root of 3d square plus 4d square, which is equal to 5d. So this distance is how much? This distance x value is equals to 5d. That's all. So therefore calculate electric field due to 25q charge. So E is equals to 25q divided by 4 pi E naught into R square. R square value is how much? 5d whole square. That's all, no? So here 25 and 25 gets cancelled. So what is the E1 or E2? This one let us call it as E1. Clear, ma? So E1 value is how much, ma? So Q by 4 pi E naught into D square. And Q by 4 pi E naught into D square, how much he asked us to calculate? E naught. So let us place it as E naught. Clear, ma? Similarly, E2 value also will be same, no? The electric field due to this 25q charge also will be same because the distance is same, charge is also same. So E2 value how much I can write? I can write again it is equal to E naught. That's all, no? So this is also E naught, this is also E naught. And now the question is they are separated by how much angle? This theta value is how much? How can I calculate? Let us see. You are clear up to here, Nama? So first make a note of this one. Come on. Okay. So therefore, one electric field is E naught, another electric field is also E naught. So I can find out the resultant if I can find angle theta between them. So let us see how we can find angle theta between them. Clear, no? So this is the given condition. This is point B. Clear? So this angle theta, how can I find out? So again, very simple. This total distance is 6d, no? If this is 6d, this value is equal to 3d. Clear number? And this total length is how much? 8d. If this total length is 8d, this distance is equals to 4d. Clear? Therefore, how can I find out this alpha value? So, I can write tan alpha. Tan alpha is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. So, 3d divided by 4d. So, d and d gets cancelled, 3 by 4. This is possible only when alpha is equals to 37 degrees. Are you able to understand? Clear? So, tan alpha is 3 by 4, then alpha value is 37 degrees. This is a fixed value. Are you able to understand? Okay. Now see what are the two forces we got. Two forces which we got. Read this one. This is one E1 is equals to E0. Clear? This is another electric field E2 which is also equal to E0. So now what is the total angle between them? So only alpha value is 37. Total is how much? Total is 2 into 37. No? That's all. No? 2 into 37. Are you able to understand? So this is one electric field, this is another electric field which is separated by an angle of theta is equals to 2 into 37. So if two electric fields or two vectors are having same magnitude, then what is the equation to find resultant magnitude? ER is equals to 2E0 cos theta by 2. This is the formula number. So by now we have done 3 or 4 problems based on this relation. Clear? So in which condition I can use this resultant? When two vectors are having equal magnitude and they are separated by an angle of theta, then resultant is equals to 2E0 cos theta by 2. Are you able to understand? So substitute here. So therefore, resultant electric field is equals to 2 into E0 into cos theta by 2. Total theta is 2 into 37, no? So theta by 2 means 37. So cos 37. Are you able to understand? So ER is equals to 2E0 into cos 37 value is how much? 4 by 5. Clear? So 8E0 divided by 5. That is my answer. So have you understood, ma? Clear? Come on. Make a note of this one. Understood, no? Koncham earlyga ravali. How can I calculate electric field at the center of this hexagon? Any idea? Online, can you say anybody? How can I find out the direction of electric field? Okay. See, by looking at the diagram only, I can say here. I can say that, so the electric field due to minus q will be how much? It will be in this direction. That's all. No? Because the direction of electric field is what? It is the direction of force experienced by unit positive test charge. And if I place a positive test charge here, this charge will attract this one. So definitely force will be in this direction. And let this value be E. And then what is the amount of electric field due to this minus q? Again in the same direction, no? That is in opposite direction. Clear number? So here also electric field will be E only. What is the reason? Charge is same, distance is also same. So what is E value? E is equals to kq divided by r square, no? K means 1 by 4 pi E naught. So charge is also same, distance is also same. So can I say that these two electric fields, they will get cancelled with each other? Definitely they will get cancelled with each other. Now similarly, electric field due to this plus q and plus q also will get cancelled. Due to this plus q, direction of electric field will be in this direction. And due to this plus q, direction of electric field will be in this direction. So these two electric fields also, they will get cancelled with each other. Understand them? But electric field due to minus 3q will be in which direction? In this direction. Clear now? And electric field due to plus 2q will be, it is also in the same direction. Okay. So these two electric fields, they doesn't cancel with each other. So what can I do? And both of them are in the same straight line, no? Both of them are in the same straight line. So therefore, what I can do is, instead of all these charges, clear ma? What I can do is, so just I will place, here previously minus 3q was present, no? Here plus 2q was present. So totally I can write plus 5q. I can write like this. Clear ma? Because due to this plus 5q, electric field will be in the same direction. Are you able to understand? Okay. So charge is plus 5q, then can't I calculate the value of electric field? Ma? So this distance is d. If this distance is d, can you say what will be this distance? We want this distance, no? So E is equals to kq by r square. R value is what? Distance of the point from the main charge, where we have to find out the electric field. Clear? So this distance will be how much? See, so this is a hexagon, no? Hexagon means how many triangles will be formed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles will be formed. Clear, na? So total angle around a point will be how much? 360 degrees. So here how many vertices are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices are there. 360 by 60 is how much? Sorry, 360 by 6 is how much? 660 degrees. That's all, number. It means each of the vertices is making how much angle? 60 degrees. So if it is 60 degrees, then it is a right angle triangle. If it is a right angle triangle, if this distance is d, this is also d, this is also d, this is also d. Are you able to understand? Then find out the electric field. So E is equals to kq divided by r square. So k means 1 by 4 pi E naught. Q value is how much? Q value is 5q. Divided by r square is nothing but d square. Clear, ma? So 1 by 4 pi E naught, 5q by d square can be written as 5 E naught also. Because already here he gave in the question, no? Q square by 1 by 4 pi naught d square is nothing but E naught. So I can write 5 E naught. So this is my answer. Okay, ma? Come on. Make a note of this one. Instead of placing plus 5q here, can I place minus 5q here and here I place 0 charge? Is it possible? Then also will my answer will be correct or not? Instead of placing plus 5, previously here we have plus 5q, no? So removing this plus 5q, if I place minus 5q here, answer will it remain constant or not? Same. Magnitude, value will be same or not? Definitely same, because magnitude of charge and distance is not changing, no? Direction of electric field? Direction is also not changing. If this is minus q, electric field will be towards minus 5q only, no? So definitely same. So here if you write plus 5q or here if you write minus 5q, answer will remain same. Okay, come on. One question. Okay, ma? So how can you calculate? So a point charge q is equals to 100 microcoulombs is placed at the origin. Clear? What is meant by origin? So if this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis, this is the origin 0, 0. So here a charge of q is equals to 100 microcoulombs is placed. Clear? So find electric field at 6 meters, 8 meters. So if I take approximately this distance to be 6 meters, clear, ma? And approximately this distance to be 8 meters, then where I am supposed to find out electric field? Somewhere here. Are you able to understand, ma? So at this point P, I am supposed to find out the electric field. And what is the position of charge? The position of the charge is at the origin. Are you able to understand, ma? So therefore, what is E value? E is equals to q by 4 pi E naught into r square. And what is this distance? This distance is called as r. So how can I find out r value? This is a right angle triangle, no? If this is 6 and this is 8, then r value is equals to how much? Square root of 6 square plus 8 square. So r is equals to square root of 36 plus 8 8s are 64. So r is equals to 10 meters. Root 100 is 10 meters number. So therefore, how can I find out E value? E is equals to q is how much? Q is 100. 100 into micro means 10 power minus 6. So q by 4 pi E naught into r square. R square is how much? 100 square. Clear, ma? R square is 100. So 100 gets cancelled. So therefore E value is 10 power minus 6 divided by 4 pi into E naught. And what is 1 by 4 pi E naught? 1 by 4 pi E naught value is 9 into 10 power 9. This is a fixed value. Clear? So therefore E value will be how much? 9 into 10 power 9 multiplied by 10 power minus 6. So therefore how much? 9 into 10 power 3. 9 minus 6 is 3. So newtons per coulomb. So this is the result which we got. But my answer is not complete still. What is the reason? Because he did not ask electric field, he asked electric field vector. He asked electric field vector. Vector means what? Direction also should be present, no? Not only magnitude, direction also should be present. So this electric field is in which direction? In the same direction. Electric field is in this direction. That's all, Nama. So this is the direction of E dash. Okay. Now how can I find out that direction? How can I find out that direction? See, ma. So see here, vector E dash can be written as E R cap. Can I write like this? What is meant by R cap? It is a unit vector in the direction of this R, because electric field is in the same direction, no? So if I can find out unit vector in that direction and multiply that unit vector with magnitude of that vector, that will be the total vector. Vector means what? It should have magnitude as well as direction also. Magnitude already we have calculated, 9 into 10 power 3. Direction is in which direction? In the direction of R dash. Okay. First of all, R dash, how I can write? R cap can be written as vector R divided by its magnitude. This is called as unit vector, no? So, first year students, you should have known this unit vector concept, no? Unit vector means what? Vector divided by its magnitude. Clear, ma? So, R dash, how can I write? R dash can be written as, what is the length along x-axis, ma? 6 meters. So, 6 I cap. That's all, no? What is the length along y-axis? 8 meters. So, 8 j cap. That's all, no? And what is the magnitude of this vector? Magnitude of this vector is square root of 6 square plus 8 square. So, square root of, again 100. So, 100 value is 10. That's all, no? So, therefore, can't I find out this vector E dash now? So, therefore, vector E dash is equals to how much? E value is 9 into 10 power 3. And R cap can be written as R dash. R dash is how much? 6 I cap plus 8 j cap divided by 10. So, that is my answer. Okay, ma? So, simplify this one. That should be my answer. क्या होना सर? हाँ? हाँ इधर क्या नहीं सर? Clear, ma? Come on, make a note of this one. That's all, very simple. So, understood, no, ma? Okay. So, a point charge is placed here, and here I want to find out the electric field. Okay, ma? So, electric field at a point, this is the formula. E is equals to Q by 4 pi E naught into R square. But R square value, R value, how can I calculate? So, by using this concept, along x-axis it has a length of 6 meters, along y-axis it has a length of 8 meters. Are you able to understand, ma? So, this is my R value. Clear? So, therefore, once I got R value, just substitute in this relation, then I get the magnitude of this electric field. But he is asking what? He is asking electric field vector. Electric field vector means what? Direction also should be present. So, therefore, electric field can be written like this. So, E dash is equals to E into R dash. What is this E? This is magnitude. Clear, ma? And this R dash is direction. Okay. So, R dash can be written as R cap. R cap can be written as R dash divided by its magnitude. R dash is already given, no? So, this R dash, it has a length of 6 meters along x-axis, 8 meters along y-axis. So, R dash can be written as 6 I cap plus 8 j cap. Okay, ma? So, this is the value of the magnitude of this vector. So, just substitute in this unit vector, and this is our answer for electric field. Okay, ma? That's all. This is the given question. So, 2 point charges 9q and minus 25q, okay, ma? So, are separated by a distance of d. At what distance from 9q is electric field 0 on the line joining between them? Clear, ma? In other 2 points also electric field will become 0. But we are supposed to find out electric field on which condition? On the line which is joining these two charges. Clear, ma? So, let us consider this is 9q. Clear? and this one is minus 25q. They are separated by how much distance? They are separated by distance of d. Are you able to understand? Now can you say where electric field can become 0? So I can split this diagram into two parts. So this I can call it as region 1, this is region 2, and this is region 3. Clear? Region 1 is beyond 9q, region 2 is in between 9q and minus 25q, region 3 is beyond minus 25q. So where electric field can become 0, can you say? In region 2, is it possible? See, for example, if I take any point here, and if I place a test charge here, so due to 9q, what will be the direction of electric field? In this direction. And due to minus 25q also in the same direction, then how electric field can become 0? Electric field cannot become 0 in region number 2. Are you able to understand? Now you check in region number 3. Clear? Ma? For example, if I place a test charge here, understand? So due to this test charge, electric field due to 9q will be a small vector, only this one, E1. 9q means positive charge, it will repel this small test charge. So E1 will be in this direction. But if you take minus 25q is a very big charge, no? So force of attraction will be very, very, very large. So therefore, electric field magnitude will be very large. So this is a small vector, but this is a very big vector. So these two again, they cannot become 0. It means in region 2 and region 3, electric field cannot become 0. Electric field can become 0 only in region 1. Okay, ma? So for example, if you take one point here, clear, ma? So electric field due to minus 25q will be how much? Only this much. Because charge is very large, but distance is also very large. No? If distance is very large, electric field decreases. Clear? So this is the direction of E1. What is E1? Electric field due to minus 25q. Then what is the direction of electric field due to plus 9q? In this direction. And it is also having same magnitude almost. Clear? So therefore, this one value is E2, and definitely I can say magnitude of E1 is equals to magnitude of E2. So in this condition, electric field will become 0. Why electric field will become 0? One electric field is in one direction, another electric field is in opposite direction. That's all, no? So therefore, how can I calculate E1 value? What is E1 electric field due to this one? Clear, no? So let this distance be x. Okay, because we know only this distance. This distance I don't know, so let it be x, and that x value only we are supposed to find out. Clear? So electric field due to minus 25q will be how much? So direction already we have written, no need of again substituting minus here. Clear? So E is equals to kq divided by r square is equals to kq divided by r square. So k and k gets cancelled, no? K means 1 by 4 pi e naught. Q value due to 25q is how much? 25q. Clear, ma? And distance is how much? D plus x whole square. That's all, no? From 25q, this total distance is d plus x whole square. Now what is the charge due to this one? 9q. 9q divided by, and what is this distance? Only x square. So x square. That's all, no? So q and q gets cancelled. Now can't you simplify x value? That is our answer. Okay, come on. Make a note of this one. So you take root on both sides, then what I will get? I will get 5 divided by d plus x is equals to 3 divided by x. That's all, no? So 5x is equals to 3d plus 3x. So therefore 2x is equal to 3d. So therefore x is equals to 3d divided by 2. That is our answer. 3d divided by 2 we got. This is a very big answer. What is the answer for this one? Where is this question? 3d divided by 2 is correct. Okay, ma? Come on. Make a note of this one. Come on. So, a circular ring of radius r carries a total charge of q distributed uniformly over its length. A small length dl is removed, then find electric field at the center of the ring. Okay, come on. See how you can do this calculation. So, previously this was a ring, clear, ma? And a charge of plus q is uniformly distributed over this ring. Clear, ma? And what is the radius of this ring? Radius of this ring is r. Now what we are doing is, we are removing a small length dl. Clear, ma? Small length dl means what? So let us consider this much amount of length. So this much length is called dl. So dl ring we are cutting and removing. Then what is the amount of electric field at the center of the ring? So electric field at point P, that is electric field at the center of the ring, we have to calculate. Any idea? Any idea, ma? How can we do this calculation? Okay. So when ring was totally present, when this is the total ring, are able to understand? Now can you say, due to all these electric charges, what will be the electric field at the center? Charge is uniformly distributed, no? Charge is distributed at equal distance. So therefore at the center what will be the electric field if you are not removing any dl? Then at the electric field, at the center electric field will be 0. Why it is 0? What is meant by electric field? Force experienced per unit test charge, no? Force experienced per unit test charge. Are you able to understand, ma? So for example, due to this one, it experiences force in this direction. And exactly opposite to this one, there will be one more charge, no? And due to this one, it experiences force exactly in opposite direction. So these two forces, they will get cancelled. Clear, no, ma? Similarly, electric fields due to these two also, they will get exactly cancelled. Similarly, electric fields due to these two will get exactly cancelled. It means the total electric field will become 0. It means this, if I place any charge exactly at the center of this ring, then this charge will not experience any force, because forces are acting in every direction. So total force will become 0. Sorry, net force will become 0, not total force. Net force will become 0. If force is becoming 0, then electric field also will become 0. Now what I am doing is, I am cutting a small length dl and removing. Now can you say what will happen? If I cut a small length and remove, length is dl. Now what is the amount of electric field? Clear, ma? So if I am cutting a length dl and removing, electric field due to this charge, now it has become 0. No? So here also a small amount of charge would have been present. So electric field due to that charge have become 0. And that electric field should have been in which direction? Electric field due to this dl should have been in this direction. Okay, ma? And to exactly opposite to this one, here also there will be some charge, no? That charge also should have given electric field in this direction. Are you able to understand, ma? So if this dl was present, this electric field and this electric field, they will be getting cancelled. And similarly, electric field due to remaining all opposite charges also will become 0. But now what is happening is, if this dl is vanished, if it is cut and removed, then this electric field will become 0. That's all, no? Only this electric field is present. So therefore, this electric field is due to what? Exactly same amount of dl which is present here. That's all, no? So due to the exactly opposite direction of dl, electric field is present, and this is the net electric field acting at that point. Okay. What about all remaining electric fields? They have cancelled with each other. That's all, no? So therefore, electric field due to small dl. So let a small amount of charge. So let us write here. Clear, ma? So let small amount of charge. Let small amount of charge on opposite dl. On opposite dl means this dl. On opposite dl be dq. dl means differential length, small length. dq means differential charge, very small amount of charge. Clear, ma? So therefore, electric field, how I can write, and this is at what distance? This is at a distance of radius only, no, ma? This distance is nothing but radius r. So therefore, E is equals to kq divided by r square. This is the formula for electric field, no? So k value is how much? 1 by 4 pi E naught. Q is what? dq. dq means very small amount of electric field. So dq, very small amount of charge divided by r square. So I got relation up to here. Now the question is, dq is an unknown quantity, no? dq, is it given in the question? No. Then what can I do with this dq? Very simple. So dq, I can write it as dl divided by 2 pi r multiplied by q. I can write like this. Can you say why I have written like this? What is dl? Small amount of length. What is 2 pi r? Circumference of this ring. Clear ma? So this is a fractional length, no? When compared to total circumference, dl, if I am dividing both of them, then this is the fractional length. Fraction multiplied by what is the total charge on the ring plus q. So I will get fractional charge. That's all. No? So dq can be written as dl by 2 pi r into q. All these values, they are present in the equation. No? They are present in the question. So therefore, how can I write E is equals to 1 by 4 pi E naught. Instead of dq, I can write dl into q divided by 2 pi r. This is my answer. Okay. So this is the electric field exactly at the center of this ring. Okay, ma? Come on, make a note of this one. So any idea? Any idea how to calculate these values? Okay, ma? So here what he is saying, charges are placed at a distance of, so for example, this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. This is the origin. Clear ma? Charge. Each charge is of magnitude q, same magnitude. They are placed at distance of, first one, this is r. Clear ma? So this distance is r. So here I am placing plus q charge. Next distance is 2r. So this total distance is 2r. Clear ma? Here also I am placing q charge. Next distance is 4r. 4r means somewhere here, no? 4r means somewhere here. So this is also plus q. And it is placed at what distance? It is placed at a distance of 4r. And like this charges are going. So r, 2r, 4r, 8r, 16r, 32r. Like this charges are going. Clear na? Then how can I find what I am supposed to find out? Electric field at the origin. Okay. So let us see how we can calculate. So first one, electric field at origin. How can you calculate ma? So q by 4 pi E naught r square plus q by 4 pi E naught into what is the next position? 2r. So 2r whole square. Clear no ma? So plus q by 4 pi E naught 4r whole square, and it goes on like this. Okay. Now what are the terms which are common here? Common terms which are common are q by 4 pi E naught into r square is common. That's all, no? So q by 4 pi E naught into r square is common. So I can write 1 plus 1 by 4. That's all, no? Plus 1 by 16, and it goes on like this. So this is what kind of progression this is? Geometric progression. Clear no? So this is of the form of a plus ar square, and it goes on like this. So this is called a geometric progression. And what is the sum of geometric progression? It is equal to a divided by 1 minus r. That's all, no? So therefore, what is meant by r value here? R value is the common ratio. R value is called common ratio. What is meant by common ratio? It is the division of second term divided by first term. Second term divided by first term. Second term is 1 by 4, first term is 1, so 1 by 4. That's all, no? A value is the first term, which is called as 1. So therefore, what is the total sum of this geometric progression ma? So 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4. 1 minus 1 minus 1, 1 by 1 minus 4 is how much? 4 minus 1, 3 by 4, so 4 by 3. That's all, no? So total sum will be 4 by 3. 4 by 3 only, no? 3 by 4, 4 by 3, okay? Now just substitute in this relation. So therefore, E 0 comma 0 is equals to q divided by 4 pi E naught r square multiplied by 4 by 3. This is our answer. So this is the electric field at the origin. Okay. Now the question is, this electric field is in which direction? Direction of electric field is also important. No? This electric field is in which direction? Can you say? Definitely in this direction. Opposite. That is towards negative x-axis. Because Electric field due to this one is also in this direction. Electric field due to this one is also in this direction. Electric field due to this one is also in the same direction. All are positive charges only. No? So all electric fields, they get added up with each other, and this is the total amount of electric field towards negative x-axis, that is towards the left side. Okay, come on, make a note of this one. And second question is also present. What is the second question? Repeat the problem if these charges are negative charges. So that is every even charge is a negative. Second charge, fourth charge, sixth charge, eighth charge. If they are negative, then what is the amount of electric field? Come on. First make a note of this one. Can I calculate if second charge, fourth charge and sixth charge, if they are made negative? It means this is a negative charge, and after this one there will be one more charge number that is also negative. So this equation remains to be same. So just here we have to write. So second charge is negative, no? So here I have to write minus. First charge and third charge, they are positive. Are you able to understand, ma? Now this is the second question which we are doing. Clear? So here instead of plus q, I have to write minus q. Okay? So therefore geometric progression is like this: a plus minus ar plus ar square. So sum is a divided by 1 minus r. Clear, ma? So second term by first term. Second term is how much? Minus 1 by 4. So therefore total r value will be minus 1 by 4. So therefore here I have to write minus of minus 1 by 4. Minus of minus 1 by 4 will be how much? 5 by 4. So 4 by 5. Clear now? So therefore instead of 4 by 3, I have to write 4 by 5. That's all. Very simple. Clear, ma? So this is our answer for second one. Okay. Now the question is again, what is the direction of electric field? So this one is a negative charge now. This one is a negative charge. Okay. Now what is the direction of electric field because of this value? Can you see? So only odd charges are positive, even charges are negative. So now what is the direction of electric field? Can you see? In this direction. Why can't we it in the same direction? Positive is also present, negative is also present. Then how can you say it is only in this direction? See, ma, here magnitude of charges are equal. Magnitude of charges are equal. So remaining charges, they are present at very long distance. Only first charge and second charge, they are present at small distance from the origin. Remaining charges are at very large distance. So electric fields due to these remaining charges will become insignificant because they are present at very long distance. So we are supposed to calculate electric field only because of these two charges. And because of plus q, what will be the direction of electric field? In this direction. So this is the electric field due to plus q. And what is the direction of electric field due to minus q? Very small electric field, only this much. Why? Because again from the origin, it is at a greater distance. When compared to origin, q1 is at a smaller distance. So electric field due to q1 will be very big because distance is smaller. So this is electric field due to plus q, and this is electric field due to minus q. Okay, so if you subtract both of them, which one is more significant? This one. So that is the direction of electric field. So again electric field will be in left direction only. Clear, ma? That's all. Make a note of this. Okay. So here electric field due to all these charges is insignificant. So electric field only due to first two charges is significant. Okay. So again electric field will be towards negative x-axis. That is my answer.